The fire he tended. 3 gifts I got from my father. These aren't just words. They're 3 things my father burned into my soul. Now, my father wasn't a saint. We had our struggles, our distance at times, but these 3 things, they're now part of my soul. Let me show you how. So picture this. I'm 7 years old, out on the street with the gang, doing what 7-year-olds do. Basically, nothing important and up to no good. And then we hear it, the sound of the candy cart rolling down our block. Now, this wasn't just any vendor. This was the man, the one pushing his cart under the hot sun, selling pork rinds, chips, and candies. Everything a kid could want and a parent hoped you wouldn't eat before dinner. We all swarm around him like vultures. And that's when my friend, let's call him bad influence, leans over and whispers, "Have you ever stolen from him?" "Me? Never. I was a good kid, for the most part." "I'll show you how easy it is," he says. And right there, while the vendor is counting change for some other kid, my friend just slips a bag down low, gone, like a magic trick. And I'm standing there. Wait, that's it? That's all it takes? A little shimmer of evil crept into my 7-year-old brain. Curiosity got the better of me. Next distraction, boom! I grabbed my own bag of pork rinds. My prize, my treasure, my terrible, terrible mistake. Because here's what I didn't know. That vendor, he was smarter than all of us combined. He noticed. He told my mom. My mom told my dad. And my father, calm, collected, sat me down and explained very clearly why we don't steal from people who are working hard and who have less than we do. And then he gave me the most memorable ass whooping of my entire life. That's compassion. That's ethics delivered at high speed to my backside. So that's compassion delivered with force. But the second thing my father gave me was perseverance. That one, my father learned the hard way, long before I came along. My father was just a middle-class kid from Mexico when a professor handed him something impossible, a recommendation letter to MIT. He didn't speak English well enough. He had no money, but the professor believed in him, got him a scholarship with one catch, finished in 1.5 years instead of 2. So there he goes to Boston. His whole family is scraping together what the scholarship didn't cover. A professor takes him to buy winter clothes because he didn't even know what winter was. Then he sees his schedule, 7 classes, not 4 like everybody else, 7. He's studying around the clock, sleeping 4 hours at night. His roommate has to wake him with a broom because he'll kick anyone who gets too close when he's sleeping. And then one night, he goes home. "Dad," he says, "I tried my best, but I'm failing." His father tells him, "Be happy with what you have achieved. Use this last month to gather books, contacts, whatever you can to bring home. Everything will be helpful here." That night, my father surrendered completely, slept 12 hours straight, woke up the next morning and made a decision. "I'll sleep 8 hours from now on. I'll keep learning, but I'll let go of what I can't control." He took those final exams anyway, and guess what? He passed, kept the scholarship, took a summer English class at Harvard, and landed an internship at NASA formulating food for astronauts. Graduated, built a career. Not because he refused to quit, but because he knew when to surrender the outcome and focus on the effort, which is exactly what he learned with my grandfather. That's what I call stoic perseverance, recognizing what's in your control and let go of what isn't. My father learned that at 20 something. It took me much longer. So that's the man who raised me, the one who wouldn't compromise, who endured, who persevered. But the strength I remember the most, it was quieter, gentler. It came in moments most people would overlook. My first word wasn't mama or dada. It was lumbre, which means fire in Spanish. I said it watching my father tend the grill in our backyard, surrounded by uncles and cousins, smoke rising, meat sizzling. The same year I stole those pork rinds, my father had just lost his job. A business he tried to start has failed. But I didn't know that then because he never let us see it. He kept the fire going, kept putting food on the table, kept pushing us toward college quietly, steadily, without drama or declarations. That's the sacrifice you take for granted as a kid. The weight he carried so we didn't have to. Today, I grill meat with my own friends. I'm teaching my kids how to host a proper carne asada, how to tend the fire, how to make people feel welcome, how to show love without saying much at all. Because that's what my father taught me. Love isn't loud, it's consistent. Showing up is the fire you lend when no one's watching. Compassion, perseverance, quiet love. Three things my father gave me. The fire he tended now burns in me.